So, as you were letting go the resistance and we move forward,
Yeah.
even if you don't know there is any resistance, you could always tap on the remaining resistance that I'm not aware of.
Mm-hmm.
And because your mind's always aware of the remaining resistance, you will be able to tap that out as well.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. No, I need
Okay.
it because I have resistance to everything.
Yeah, but so do we all, to different degrees. Like I resist going out in the sun when it's too hot. I resist going out in the cold when it's too cold. So to different degrees, we all have resistance.
No, I mean, like I can, like I have problem expressing myself. I have problem say no when I should. I have problem to not be scared of losing people.
So in all areas of your life.
Yeah.
But I believe I
With my
said,
daughter, with my partner, with my parents, with my everyone, my friends,
yeah, I
censoring
believe.
myself for the whole time to just sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Because your words are important. Last week, as we were tapping, I think I mentioned that when you lose resistance in one area, it releases in all other areas. So what you were saying was exactly that as you were tapping and recognized you had resistance, to losing your parents, and yet you have no control over what happens to them. You have no control over what happens to anybody, but still feeling that you want to protect them or
No, sorry. Maybe like I didn't say it properly. I I have a fear of making them upset. I have a fear of making them sad. So I'm censoring myself to keep others happy.
okay, so we're going to tap a little bit on that today
Mhm.
and making them sad, or unhappy.
Mhm.
Um, and I'm going to ask Satish if he wants to add anything about his resistance, if he released anything.
Yeah, I think that's a normal human nature that we are all resistant to changes, especially when we are working on ourselves to change some of the old habits, old fears, old worries, old negativity.
Okay.
Definitely, your mind is always resistant. Like it's a normal human nature to be resistant when you are changing yourself. But yes, we have to work on that, and we are consistently working on making changes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll tap on that also because we should, if we release the resistance to letting go of old habits and think it's normal to hold on to them for longer than we need, then they'll linger for longer than we need. So that is as well a belief that's limiting in some ways.
Yeah.
And Gloria,
Hi,
hi.
I'm on Facebook and I'm on my phone, but I don't see where I can join on Facebook. You sent me the Zoom in the text message, so that's why it's only on my phone.
So you
But
are here. It's just that your camera is off, Gloria.
I know, because I'm trying to hook up on my laptop, but I don't see where on the page with the kitty cat that I can log on to have it Zoom on my laptop.
I don't know how to help you right here, but you're
Okay, fine.
welcome to stay right where you are,
Okay, fine.
and we'll just imagine that you're as beautiful as always.
No, that's fine.
Okay, awesome. So,
I'll just put that up there.
oh,
There
here
you go.
you are. I don't know what you
That's right.
did, but
No, this is my phone.
okay, that's good also.
Okay, fine.
So did you let go of any resistance last week?
Me?
Yeah.
Yep.
On what subject?
What was the subject?
Letting go of resistance.
Well, I just felt like I released. I felt calm. Um, light and everything felt good. didn't feel any stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way it should be every day, but it'll get better and better as you tap.
Yes.
And tonight, what I want to do for all of you is fear of making too much money. And it triggers a lot of people in a lot of ways. So I don't know if you guys have that fear of making too much money. We all want too much money, but there's a lot of fears that come up. So if there's nothing specific for you guys, you could just follow my lead and I have 10 points that we're going to tap on.
Okay.
And we'll see if anything comes up. If it does, we will let it go. Sounds good?
Yep.
Awesome. So the first one is to make too much money is I will become a slave to my work. So if I want a lot more money, I have to work a lot more hours. If I work a lot more hours, I'll be tired. I'll never have a life. So that might be a fear. If it's right, maybe it's not exactly those words or those feelings, but let's tap along and see if anything comes up. If it doesn't, we'll just move on to the next subject. Sounds good?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we're going to tap on the karate chop point and say, even though I'm afraid of making too much money, I fully and completely love and accept myself. Even though sometimes I'm afraid that I'll make too much money and I really don't like the consequences that will ensue. But it's okay, I guess. It sucks to be me making too much money. Even though I'm afraid to make too much money, it may be really hard for me to live with too much money. And part of me is scared of making too much. But I'm going to let go of that fear. So the first point we're going to start tapping on is I will be a slave to my work. I'm going to have to work way too much. And sometimes I'm tired. I don't want to work all the time. Because I know if I double the hours, I'll probably make double the money. But then I don't want to work all the time. I don't want to be a slave to my job, to my business, to my career. I just don't want to be a slave to my job in order to make all this money. So I'm letting go of that fear of becoming a slave, of working too hard. It may be true or it may not be. But whatever it is, even there, if there's the smallest amount of truth to that, I'm going to let it go. And take a deep breath and see if anything came up. Anybody?
Yeah,
Yes,
there are
no.
always these type of fears come in, but yes, they are valid fears and they will go away.
And they will go away. And how about you, Gloria? Will they go away?
My fear? Making too much money?
No, of becoming a slave to a job.
Oh, I have been for 40 years.
Okay,
Uh,
so you must like it.
no, I just don't have a choice. I know everyone says there's choices, but when you're supporting yourself, it's a little risky to just call it a day financially.
Okay, we're going to tap on that next as well. I don't have a choice, but let's see what Minu has to say.
I say I love working and I don't, say as long as I enjoy, I'm not slave. But at the same time, I say there is no such a thing as too much money.
Okay. So let's just tap out that resistance for Gloria and add a bit of what Minu said and what, yes, I don't have a choice and life happens. Okay, let's start with I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice just because I need to survive. Nobody's gonna pay my bills. Not Trudeau. Not my kids. So I have no choice. Or so I think. And if I let go of the idea that I have no choice, maybe choices will come up. But as long as I believe I have no choice, whatever I believe is true for me. I want to believe it's possible. I know many people my age who have choice, but they're just different. Their circumstances are different. And I love my job. I love working. And I'm afraid to stop because there's never too much money. Never too much. And I'm gonna let that go. I'm afraid I'm gonna make people sad if I don't make enough money or unhappy. Because there's a lot of people who depend on me. And if I make too much money, that might be a problem. Because they'll need something every time I have too much money. They'll want something. And the other thing I'm afraid of as well is once I work like a dog to make all that money, I'll have to pay too much taxes. So I'll never get ahead, no matter how much I make. The minute they find out, someone wants a piece of it. Too much taxes, not enough time, too much taxes, and not enough for me. So I really don't think I have a choice. Because the government has to get paid first. That's what they say. And unlike all these self-employed people who hide it under the mattress, I have no choice. They see exactly how much I make. There's never extra because they take as much as they can. So I really have no choice. And as you do a few more taps, did anything come up for anyone? Minu has a big smile. It's like, yeah, too much taxes. You're muted, by the way, if you're going to say something.
No, I didn't say anything.
But you have this wonderful smile. What's coming up for you?
I know, maybe it's not a good place to say it, but I don't have any problem to pay taxes.
Okay, awesome. I love this person. I have no problems neither. My father always said the more taxes you pay, the more money you make. So
You know,
it's
the thing
always
is,
good.
you know, like society needs that taxes, you know, like on like less fortunate people need these people who are on welfare or people who are, you know, like, so, or, you know, like our health system, we are
Good.
paying for that. Yeah.
It's really good attitude. You know what? I don't mind paying taxes neither, but I know every single loophole to avoid it. I don't know if that makes sense, but I try to avoid overpaying because
Yeah, of course.
nobody's going to give me a break here. If I don't look after myself, nobody gives me a break.
Actually,
And
I have a thing. Maybe this is a good thing to like tap on it. About this, that people who cheat, they win, and people who are honest, they lose.
okay, so we'll do it round on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And let's hear what Satish or Gloria has to say.
Thank you.
It's good we're only 4 people. It's kind of easier to work with you guys. So anything on this side of my screen? That side? That side?
Yeah, I will say if there are no choices today, but it can come tomorrow.
Okay, so the choices are there's always possibility.
Although I think, yeah, absolutely, there are always chances. You never know tomorrow.
Okay, never know tomorrow. And Gloria, anything?
Nothing, just listening.
Okay, so it's not fair. let's just start on top of the head. It's not fair that some people pay everything and the rich people pay nothing. That some people know so many loopholes that the laws don't apply to them. Especially Donald Trump. He owns a judge. He says the law doesn't apply to me because I'm rich, because I'm privileged. Doesn't mean he doesn't work hard. Just means that he avoids paying taxes. In the meantime, there's millions of people starving on the street. They don't have anything to eat. They don't know where to live. But he's just paying his barber for that wonderful haircut. Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't have that problem. So I'm just gonna let go of that belief that, only the rich get rich, the poor stay poor. And I'm gonna also let go of that thought that things might change for the worse, that I don't like change. So sometimes if I make so much, I'd like to stay in that income bracket because I feel comfortable where I am. I don't know what it would be like to make so much more money. Maybe people will be jealous or not like me. And what if I were to drive a better car than my family, or have a bigger home, or be able to take many, many vacations? Then I'd have to have a new set of friends because they wouldn't be able to join me. Or all that extra money I'd have to pay for them because they never have enough. And I don't want to save the whole world. I just want to be able to survive. Because as Satish said, maybe tomorrow things will get better. There's always a possibility I'll make a lot of money, but maybe not for me. Just like the 649, someone always wins. Not me. But it is possible, not probable. I have an open mind. Maybe one day it'll be my turn. But part of me just doesn't believe it because I don't want to wait till I'm 185 years old to see what happens. So I'm really afraid I'll be judged harshly. Because if I won $80 million, I'd already be figuring out who needs it more than me. A little bit for that person, a little bit for the other person. I'd be thinking always about them before myself. And but by the time I finish dishing it all out, there'll be nothing left. I'm back to square one. So I don't know if it's okay to make too much money. Take a deep breath. So the reason I picked this subject is because I had a really good week this week. We're only Thursday, and by Wednesday, I was just like way above anything I've ever made. But then I started getting scared, like, could I keep up that momentum? Could I keep it up? For me, that was a big fear. I realized that I was having anxiety about, oh my God, now I have to deliver. I have to give good value for what people are buying. And am I strong enough physically, mentally, emotionally to continue that at the same pace? Even though I didn't have to do more than I did last week, but I just felt, can I continue this? Can I go on? So for me, that's why I picked that subject, because it was so strong that I had to stop and say, why am I so scared of this? And, if you're on a steady paycheck, I mean, you'll get a 3.2% cost of living increase next year. You might get a bonus if the company makes a lot of money, but you kind of know where you're at. For me, being self-employed, it's never the same thing any day. So it's always like feast or famine. And so to me, that always creates a lot of anxiety. So I had to tap it down for a few days. So in the last round about being judged, because this, I think, is something that you said, Minu, that you're afraid to always make someone sad or upset. So would making too much money cause you to upset them? Especially if you were, like always on vacation, what would happen to your parents? Would they ever see you? Because you're making too much money. Like, did that trigger anything?
And I'm making them sad, like some people you love, you don't want, by making them sad, I meant not for too much money, mostly to say no to them or to refuse, like things that I don't want to do. But you're right, like when I was thinking, yes, I always, before I make money, I know I am just planning to give it to this and that, and like my daughter and my brother and these things. And I want to do that, but sometimes I tell myself, first make the money, then spend it,
Yeah.
But yeah, like they are always, everybody is always before me.
Yeah, so you brought up something for me, and I'd like
Yeah.
to tap on that right now, because I have a niece and nephew who have no concept of what something costs or how hard someone works for it. They want a $25 milkshake at Starbucks or something ridiculous, and they feel it's normal to want that. And then I feel bad saying no. Like I'm the bad guy because I spent like an hour working at $25 an hour or whatever it was I make. And no, I don't want to work for an hour. So you could have a milkshake, drink this much of it, and say, "Ugh, I don't like this flavor," and throw it in the garbage or just leave it there on the table. Like, no, take it home. No, I don't like it. I don't want it anymore. So that kind of bothers me. So let's just tap. Even though it's not that I don't want to be nice or kind, I am a very generous person, but sometimes I feel I'm taken advantage of. And I really don't like that feeling. I am so generous. I am so kind. I will give of my time. I will give of my money. I'll give of myself. I'll even give at the blood donor clinic because I want everybody to be happy. But I don't always feel respected in my giving. So part of me just doesn't want to give more than I have to because it's just not fair. And I'm going to let go this feeling of anger, this resentment. Can't remember last time I did that to someone, ordered a supper and said, "Nah, I don't want it. I'll just leave it there on the table. You pay for it." It just doesn't feel good to always have people taking and not giving back. And maybe because I'm the adult, I'm supposed to. Can't blame them for not having a job at the age of 7 or 8 or 9, 10, 11, 12. Can't wait till they get a job and I say, "I'm the old man, you have to now buy me supper, but I forgot my teeth, so I'm not going to eat this. Send it back. Give it to the dog. $35 sirloin to the dog." I don't know how much sirloin is. I can't afford to eat out that well, but that's okay. Anyways, did anything come up for anybody as I was tapping or as I was talking?
Well, for me, it's my grandkids.
You
They
too?
don't have the concept of value, and I can't decide whether my kids, my daughter and son-in-law just, give it to them. I don't know who is at fault, to be honest. But I just think I can't afford things that they're getting.
Yes. So
I do my best, and I don't know if they can understand that Grammy did her best,
yeah, Gloria, the most important thing is to tap on how you feel about when you have to say no to them or give them something that you can't afford. Or are you feeling guilt? Are you feeling shame? Are you feeling that discomfort? So all these are tappable things that you could tap on. When I see my grandson, and he's so cute, so loving, but I really can't afford to do this. I hate saying no. I feel guilty. I feel shame. I feel that it's unfair. I'm mad at my kids because they aren't instilling good values to them. I never thought I brought up my daughter to disrespect money, but she just doesn't seem to care, like it's growing out of trees. And I don't know how they do it, but I know that they struggle as well. And yet there's no limits to them. So that makes me look like the bad guy. So those are common feelings that come up when you say no to grandchildren, to children, to family, because they make their situation, it's so hard for me. But look at you, you're rich. You're going to work for another 40 years and love your job because you have no choice because of me, right? So that it's unfair. You could tap on the unfairness as well.
Yeah.
And as you go through the recording, if you get a chance to go through it again, see what comes up. Does that come up for you as well? Because it did while Minu was talking for me. And um, the other point I brought up here is I will make a bad mistake and lose it all. So if you've made a lot for some reason, you made a bad investment and then it disappeared, and it's like, oh my God, I just spent all this time making $40,000 and it just went out the window. I was sure I'd make at least double my money, and now I have like nothing of that 40,000 left. And there's a fear maybe that it will happen again. So I don't know, like some people are 40,000, some people, I talked to someone who put his whole retirement, gave it to his brother, and it all disappeared. So he said it was almost $2 million that went out the window. He had a pension that he could live comfortably for the rest of his life. And his brother laughs at him when he says, could I have a loan or something? It's like, no, you have to mortgage your house and give me that money so I could make the same mistake. So if anything like that ever happened to you, that you gave money freely from the heart, hoping, expecting a return, and it just went away, we all have, and let's tap on it was a bad mistake. I'll tell you, mine is there was a gentleman who came to see me. We became friends, and he was heartbroken over someone who wanted to dump him. So he said, Alan, I need to borrow a little bit of money because I have to make sure that it's over. If I don't see her, I'm going to cut myself. I'm going to hurt myself. And so I asked him how much he needed. He said $1,000. And I said, $1,000, I'd rather give that to you than know that you're bleeding in your bathtub because of something I didn't give you. So there was a lot of guilt and shame in not doing it. But a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years passed, and it's like all of a sudden there's no return emails. I lost a friend because I did something nice. So let's tap on I lost a friend. I don't know if I want to be nice again. The outcome was the same. He still doesn't like me, or is afraid of me, or doesn't want to be near me. I lost a friend anyways. And all I did was lend him some money. I thought it was a good thing to lend them money, but they betrayed me. They disrespected me. They didn't even try to give me back $20 a week for life, maybe $100 here and there. They just preferred not to know who I was. So I feel stupid. I feel like a sucker, not a victim because I chose this, but I really feel bad about being so kind, so generous. And next time someone says I'm going to cut myself, maybe I should give them a knife. I'd never do that. But it still feels as if I was betrayed for doing the right thing. The old saying, the check is in the mail. And you go to the mailbox every day, every week. That was a release, by the way, Minu. When you yawn, it means that something's releasing. Okay. Anyways, did anything come up for anybody? Maybe, maybe not. So I know that this session is till 6:45. I'm gonna just keep on tapping for um one or two more things, and then I'm gonna stop. But if anybody needs to go at 6:45, I respect your time, so I'll say thank you.
Thank you.
So should I keep on going?
I will
It's
stay for-
6:47.
I know, I'm late.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, the next one is I will have freedom. And why is that scary to have freedom? Because some people have such a routine. They go to their job every day. They have the same friends they don't like or the same friends they like. They go every day at 7:05. They get into the car. They go to the office. But once you break that routine, they don't know who they are. Because a lot of people have an identity associated with their job. And so if you make too much money and you don't want to be at that job anymore, your life is wide open, but it's like an unknown. It's a big question mark. And that creates a lot of fear and animosity for some people. How could I live my life not knowing where to go, when to go there? Should I put my good pants on or should I walk around town with my sweatpants because nobody's watching? So having freedom is scary for some, and let's tap on I might have too much freedom. So here you all won $5 million and you say, even though I'm afraid to have too much freedom, how many weeks could I be on a cruise ship? That could get boring too. Every day a new friend in a new port. How much fun is that going to be? Because something's going to change when I make too much money. Maybe where I live, different city, better city, which means different friends as well. And how will I live? Bigger house, better house, somewhere by the ocean, taking pictures of hurricanes. That kind of sucks. No. But I'm gonna let go of that feeling that having freedom will change my life too much. Because I could do the same thing in a different way. I could have the same clothes, but in different colors. Because I'll have so much. And what a waste. Because it's better to give it to the food bank than to waste it. But if I give it to the food bank, maybe I won't have enough tomorrow. So I do like the idea of freedom, but I don't know what freedom means. So guys, for me, freedom means doing a lot more of what I love. Because I do love my job. Like me knew, I really, really, really love my job. I love being connected to you guys. I love my Tuesday night sessions. I love my private sessions. But sometimes if someone says, you're free now, you never have to work again, I wouldn't know what to do all day. It'd be really scary to just pick up and move to, I don't know, the coast of France, check it out for a year or two, speak le français tous les jours, madame, or go to Monaco, or to go see the horse shows in Saudi Arabia. I don't know. It's a scary feeling to have so much freedom. Maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe not. But take a deep breath in and see how you feel about everything. Good. And guys, there's one point which is right here. It's between the pinky and the ring finger. This is called the gamut point. And whenever you want to put in something positive, we're tapping out a lot of negative, but whenever you want to put something positive, you start tapping here. And I do this by saying, I love my job. I love my wife. I love my family. I love my friends. I love my animals. I love my cat. I love my dog. I love being in Canada. I love the freedom. I love to feel good. I love to be joyful. I love laughter. I like nice people. I like kind people. I like being connected. I love feeling my alignment. I enjoy every day in every way as much as I can. And I love you guys as well. So you put that in and then you anchor it with the word peace. You just hold your wrist and you say peace. So I want to explain the peace anchor. Anytime you anchor in an emotion, you raise the emotion as high as you can, you anchor it, and then you let go. So if, let's say tomorrow you're having a bad day and you fire the anchor, your emotions will start coming up and you will feel again a lot better, much faster. So anchors could be compounded one on top of the other. So today you said peace. Tomorrow you do a little more tapping. You wake up, say, I love my coffee. I love the sunrise. I love this beautiful weather. Blah, 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 blah. Peace. You anchor it. And so every time you fire the peace anchor, when you're having a bad day, it will raise your emotion. So the first part, we always get rid of what is unwanted, but always leave it in a positive note. And with that, peace. This looks really bad, peace. But I do mean it. Any questions before I let you guys continue? No?
Oh,
You know what? I did connect with someone who's gonna set up this tapping thing for me to get 100 people every month. But in the meantime, I still love working with you guys, and I'll probably grandfather you in so that you'll always be here for free. And so thank you so much for coming, for being part of this. And just do check the Facebook page where you can put comments. So if something comes up for you, you could always put it in there because your comments really help the next person. It's called Borrow Benefits, but anytime someone puts a comment that say, I released some resistance, or I realized that making too much money was something that I was scared of, someone who never thought of that might say, hey, me too. You know, I have grandchildren too, and yeah, so whatever it is, comments are good. You help others.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's every
Happy-
week now.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you. I'm going to do the turkey dance
Have
after I leave. Satish, we'll see you Saturday. And thank
a
you,
good
everyone. Have a
night.
great night.
You
You
too.
too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.